Hey there, half-ass cruisers.
Hey guys.
Well, picture this. You are on a cruise to Acapulco, Mexico. Your ship comes into port, but you really don't have any plans. So what are you gonna do? Well, I mean, the biggest thing to do here is cliff divers, right?
Right.
There's not a great diversity in excursions here in this port.
Right.
But if you're not into cliff divers, then you might be a little bit limited. But in this video, we're gonna show you how to see some really cool archaeological goodies on a very tight budget and all within walking distance of the pier. So sit tight.
Hey there, I'm Rose.
And I'm Dan, and we are the Half-Ass Travelers. Directly across from where the cruise ship docks is the Fort of San Diego, and you can see it right from the top of the ship. When you get off the ship, just keep going straight, and then when you get to the end, you're going to be making a left. If you're worried about security, don't worry about that. They've got plenty of armed security there at the port. You just don't want to wander too far off the beaten path. Once you get off the cruise ship, if you do want to go to the fort, you're going to see, if you walk out the terminal and make a left, you're going to see this footbridge across the road. This whole bridge complex, I'm going to call it, but it's kind of like ramps up to the bridge. It's all owned by the fort, part of the fort. We're heading over there now just to see what we can see. Usually they do charge admission to the museum, but when the cruise ships are in port, they do open certain areas for the cruise ship passengers. I think it's free, so we're going to find out. There are actually two paths you can take from the port over to the fort. The one we're showing you has ramps and is more accessible. There are no steps here, so that might be something that you're needing. It also takes you right to the front of the fort. You've got these nice areas where there's cannons and you can see the ship and the port area, and also there's some pretty cool sculptures. This is the front of the fort. You see the name there, and you're going to be crossing a small kind of drawbridge and bridge to get into the entrance. As you can see, Dan's crossing the drawbridge now. There is a fee to get into the museum. The cost is about $5 US, so it's really not that much. You do want to leave your bags and stuff here at the entrance, but once you go in, it's a wide open area and there's a lot of items, historic items on display. The one thing we found as we're showing you these items is there are explanation signs along with each of the displays. However, they are all in Spanish. There weren't any American translations, or at least not on most of the pieces. But yeah, take a look at these. There's some great examples of some Chinese porcelain, especially this one. The porcelain was displayed looking like an ocean around this ship. Very, very neat, and all of these like turnbuckles and models of the old ships was very interesting to see. Lots of genuine items from history, and you can see there, you can see down through the floor, the original floor of the fort is visible. And then this area is showing the cooking, how the kiln, the oven there, and then as you walk through, it's kind of taking you back into a storeroom area, kind of like it would have looked back then. You can see the shape of the inside of the fort. The Fort of San Diego was originally completed in the 18th century, started in the 17th century. However, it was extensively damaged by an earthquake in 1776, and then it was rebuilt and completed by 1783. It was renamed at that point to the Fort of San Carlos to honor the reigning monarch, King Carlos III, but most people still call it the Fort of San Diego. You can see there's more sculptures here, very interesting historical goodies everywhere to be found. There's a display on the history of Mexican independence, and this fort did serve a role in that battle for independence. It was besieged by Mexicans, and it was conquered at one point in history, and that's very neat. All right, let's go take a look up on the top. Yes, this is a star-shaped fort, which is a little bit unusual. I think it's the only star-shaped fort in this area. But when you go up there, they have the cannons, but the views are beautiful, especially overlooking the cruise ship. Yeah, right there, we've got the NCL Encore in our sights. But yeah, we had a lot of fun walking around up there. It was a little hot that day, and you gotta plan for that, but at least we had some cloud cover. And now we're going out to the edge, the point of one of the stars, and you get a really neat 270-degree view of Acapulco standing on there. It's just here's a 360 view, just a really beautiful scenery that you can see without going too far from the port. It's really nice. And look, you can see Rose over there. Yeah, we're hamming it up a little bit. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. It was just, you know, go up there, take a look around, see a little bit of history, experience a little bit of the Mexican culture. And you can see we went really early, but it tends to get a little crowded, so you want to make sure that you go early if you're planning on doing that. But yeah, just to go up there, enjoy the views, enjoy the history, and have a good time just like we did. Well, we hope you enjoyed that visit and that look at the Fort of San Diego, and also that look of what you can do in Acapulco if you don't have any other plans and you don't have a big budget. It's really a simple way to have a great archaeological experience while you're here in Acapulco. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, we hope you'll consider subscribing, and if you do, make sure you ring that bell for notifications so you'll be told every time we post a new video. Also, you can give us those likes
and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
You can also share the video if you know anybody that might like it. All right, we'll see you guys in the next video.